Hello everyone. Welcome on in. I'm Velvet, and thanks for joining me today in Planet Zoo, where we are starting a brand new zoo with the Americas DLC. It's called Cheetahs Never Prosper, Casa Dom. Dominic Myers is hiding out at Casa Dom in Mexico, but some of his greatest enemies are closing in. Reporters, protesters, oh god, that's going to drive me bananas. A pack of wild coyotes with only his newly adopted kitten on his side. Will you help him finally learn his lesson? Alright, as we have done for all of this series, we're going to change this to hard, and we're going to get in there and see what we need to do to get Dominic Myers on the side of good. Oh boy. This is gonna be interesting. Casa Dom. FAO, zookeeper person. Dominic Myers here. It looks like my last assistant didn't actually process your termination paperwork before processing her own, so I'll need you to report in immediately. After all that nasty business in New York, there seems to be a huge misunderstanding with the bank and they've frozen all my assets. Oh no. My cat Smudge even had her favourite toy confiscated. Well, that's just dreadful. Smudge, poor Smudge. I'm sure it'll all be cleared up shortly, but in the meantime, I used the last of my money to buy a small zoo at an auction house. However, news travels fast, and the zoo is currently... Oh shoot, I should push pause. No, I can't. And the zoo is currently being circled by a pack of wild dogs, and I don't just mean the coyotes. I need you to clear out the protesters and move the actual coyotes into the zoo. If they insist on staying, the least you can do is make themselves useful and earn us some money. Ah, and could you get Smudge some new toys and tidy up the enclosure for her? She seems to be on the bigger side for a cat and makes an awful mess. P.S. Unfortunately, due to your dereliction of duty and the noted complications with the Myers Fund, you'll be transitioning to the unpaid role of junior zookeeping intern. Think of it as free and valuable work experience. Dominic Myers. Right, well, I like to start a zoo with a fine. That seems very great. Oh my gosh. Smudge is hungry. Okay, poor Smudge. And our zoo has no vets. I need a workshop, vet surgery, trade centre, research centre, and quarantine. Oh no. Oh, look at the size of this thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Okay, I can see a lot of rocks, so I'm going to be selling a lot of rocks. I can tell you that much. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. I feel like I'm definitely going to have to start again with this one. Like, this is just going to be a hot mess. A hot, hot mess. I wonder what I can sell. Oh, I can sell all of that. Okay, that's good. Right, let's have a wee look at our objectives and see what we need to do. Capture all escaped animals for 3 months. Set up Smudge's habitat. So add a feeding station. Well, that might be not quite nice. Add a toy enrichment and increase the terrain welfare to 90%. Have no protesters for 3 months. Currently, I've got 168. 168 protesters. No. It's like my worst nightmare. This zoo is my worst nightmare. Protesters are shown in the animal welfare and guest need heat maps. Have at least 3 donation boxes in the zoo. Receive a zoo inspection report with an overall star rating of 4. Now, then our next objectives will be to earn a yearly entrance ticket profit of 3,000. Adopt and place the rescue animals. Okay, so we're going to be getting some rescue animals. All right. Have at least 6 different habitat species in the zoo. Research 4 habitat species to level 2. Set cheetah food quality to grade 2. And increase the guest average happiness to 70%. Oh, that's going to be hard. Adopt and place rescue animals. So we're going to have quite a few rescue animals. Increase the average habitat species overall welfare to 90%. That's not going to be easy. Train 6 staff to 3 stars. That's fine depending on money. Research 7 habitat species to level 4. Oh my gosh. Research. That's going to be our biggest thing. Oh, receive a zoo inspection report with an overall star rating of 4.5. Oh no. I struggled with this in the last zoo that we did, which was the Frontier Zoo from the Zookeeper DLC. It was so hard. I had to restart the zoo because it was really tough. Oh no, that's the zoo inspection report. Okay. And then achieve an overall zoo rating of 4 stars. Okay. Still not easy, but boy, oh boy, are we in for a treat. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and we are going to basically demolish the zoo as we know it. And I'll try and delete some stuff, try and make as much money as I can from what we already have here. And then we'll get a zoo set up once I've got every sort of the yeah, it all cleared out and I've got as much deleted as I can. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what we have left. I deleted as much as I could and moved my plants over to a little oasis over in that corner. If I need them, I need them. Otherwise, they're out of the way. We are sitting on $45,000. We need to set up a whole zoo with $45,000 sans the cost of a couple of animals. So there is that. So I was thinking, let's go and delete these paths going in here, and we're just going to change the whole layout of the zoo. It's going to be a little different. We don't need to have this area of the zoo over here. I feel like that's not going to be needed, so I'm just going to delete that. If we need it, we need it later. But for now, I don't feel like we need this part of the zoo. Can we delete that? So I think I've squeezed out as much money as I can from this zoo at this point. So I do want to set up probably like a walkthrough exhibit, which is no expensive, but boy will we, I mean, not only do we get money from, you know, breeding the animals, but, you know, also it sets up the guests for feeling, you know, I feel like a lot happier as well. So that's kind of my first thing is like, I think we'll set up, okay, we're going to set up a trade center first. But I thought we could set up a, you know, a little bit of an animal kind of area. And maybe you can have like the trade center and stuff in this section actually, now that I've done that. Okay, so we'll get that staff area kind of zone sorted out here. So we'll have like the basics that we don't really need to have super close to anything running through here. So I think like the vet center, trade center. Let's get those started up there first. Facilities, staff facilities. So let's have an animal trade center in here. Yay. And I feel like maybe we need to have a vet surgery and a quarantine. Those protesters are horrifying. We'll do a research center and a workshop and a small staff room running there. Okay, so that takes us down to 32,000. We still need keeper huts, but I want to put those closer to the animals. Heat map, power. Okay, so we are powered in that zone, so that's probably a good place to put all those. Right. Then that takes us through to doing our exhibit trading. So let's go facilities and set up animal exhibits, walkthrough exhibit. So we're going to get everyone walking in through this exhibit. That's our first job. They have to go through here. They have to. So we've got no power in that zone, but we've still got to set up our power and stuff. So that's fine. Okay, there was a pool there, but I was like, nope, I'm not going to deal with the water treatments if I don't have to. So first thing after we've done our exhibit is I want to have an enclosure for obviously our pussycat, Smudge. It's a little smudgy. So I'm going to absolutely force everybody to go through my tour. Because ha 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 ha. So then around straight after that we'll have Smudge's thing. So Smudge will need, I think, let's go the red brick. Okay, so that's Smudge's enclosure. So let's get our barriers in place. Habitat gate and edit barrier. Go a little higher. It's climb proof, so we should be all good to go on that. And we need to cut in Smudge's things. So his doggy ball. And I don't know why he needs a deck chair, so we're going to get rid of that. Smudge is Diet Fire Pit, probably don't need that. Chew Toy, yes. And I'll get in a bigger water bowl. So they are a cheetah, right? So a cheetah needs, I don't think we'll need heat because it's a fairly warm area. So food and water. And beds and shelter. Let's go a decent size one. Maybe you can go even bigger. 330, 260. Or what about this nice big one? And I'll just switch off climbing enable on that, I think. Okay, and we've got a rubbing pad and a rubbing pad. Okay, so they've got some lovely stuff going on there. I might do terrain-wise. Let's go, I think, grass, and then we can change that if we need to. Now, I do need to add some windows in, so we'll do that as well. We'll fix that when we get the actual cheetah in there, I think. So let's edit our barrier, and we'll go boom, 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 and boom, boom. Glass, and glass. So we'll get our donation boxes in. Guest facilities, finance, donation boxes, and we'll get one into our walkthrough exhibit as well. Yay! 3 donation boxes. So that should be our cheetah in there. Can I get rid of this? Oh, 930. Thanks very much. And we'll get rid of the water. Boom, done. So what's the other animal that we've got to capture? So this is the cheetah? No, coyotes, right? Coyotes, that's one. So we'll do an enclosure. How much money we got? 22,000. Okay, we're looking good. Enclosure for the coyotes. We'll pop that in beside here. Okay, habitat gate in there. I'm thinking I might put in a staff path in around through here. And we can have some staff stuff sort of running along there. So we're going to need power. And we're going to need staff room and a keeper and some keeper huts. So what do we got? Staff room. I'll do a couple of keeper huts and we'll do some power. I feel like we're going to need another power thing over here. So we'll do another staff path over here. And a transformer. Yes, that should cover that. And you know what, honestly, I want to put another keeper hut staff room over here as well. I know it's an extra expense, but I feel like it's going to be worth it. So we can kind of hide that behind some plants. Go, insta-row of plants. Love that for me. Can't see a thing. Shh, secret. And we'll do another little row of trees there. There we go. Can't see a thing. Magnificent. Love my little oasis plans. Okay, so that leaves us with the coyotes. So we'll do some glass. People can see in. We'll do another donation box. And then we're going to set up our workshops. Right? That's our plan. Then we're going to see if we can set up our staff and try and capture all these animals and get rid of these. At least some of these protesters would be great. Oh yeah, 168. Can you even believe that? That's wild. Coyote. So food, water, heaters I don't think we need, shelter. Again, make sure that's not climbable. I don't know if coyotes are climbers, but I know that cheetahs are definitely of the climbing kind of, I think. Yeah, cheetahs climb like trees and stuff, so yeah. I feel like climbing things would not be ideal for cheetahs. And absolutely no enrichment for them. Okay. So this is going to be coyote habitat. This is going to be cheetahs. And work zones is our next step. So everything work zone, as always, is encompassing absolutely everything. And then we have our second work zone, which is going to be the animals. It's going to cover this. Oh, we have to make sure that we add those. Okay. Work zone, keeper hut, and so then let's have a look at our staff. So we need at least, I'm going to add in like 2 vets. Probably not a smart idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. And we're going to need 2 keepers. We don't need to do an educator at this point. Mechanic, we've got 1. Security guard. The other thing we need to set up is vendors. So we're going to set that up here. And I'm just going to have a bathroom and a drink and a information center and blah blah blah, just the basics. So information center, toilets, and I'm going to make sure in the toilets that we charge 20 cents just to cover costs, and then we'll have drink and food. Our money is quickly dwindling, but I think it's kind of necessary, and I need to add in some rubbish bins as well. I'm not going to risk a merchandise. Okay, so rubbish bins and media devices. Conservation boards, and let's have an education stand. So we have one here for the cheetahs. Get that set up when we get the animals in there, and for the coyotes when we get them captured. And walk through. Oh gosh, I've got to consider money. Okay, I mean we do have the loan option as well. Education board there. Right. Oh my gosh. I'm going to just save my zoo here. And this is kind of our setup, right? So I'm going to save that as setup. So I know that's where I'm at. If I need to go back and reset, then I can. So the everything, animals. Just leave them doing what they're doing. Let's push play. Okay. And we're going to move Smudge to there. And we'll move Bianca to here. I like how that pre-boxed them. Did make life easier. So we'll pause. Let's get some exhibit happening. So something that's going to make us money. Possibly butterflies might be a good option. If we've got any. I didn't even think about that. Do we have anything that we can have in a walkthrough enclosure? I didn't even check. Whoopsies. Okay, have we got anything that's for a walkthrough? Yellow monsters. I feel like we could do a walkthrough enclosure with them. Okay, well we've got the game saved, so if we've bollocks this up, it's fine. So Gila monster. I haven't got a female that I can get at this point. No. Okay. Damn it. I really wanted to have a walkthrough. Ah. Okay, let's try that. Take 2. So we'll get this animal moved into here. This animal moved into here. I wonder, I'm just going to pause here. If I manipulate the terrain underneath these guys, will that box them up? Oh my god. It did. Whoa. Ha 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 ha! Hack! I just hacked it. Yes. Talk about a good little hack for capturing animals and not spending 1,000. So we do have the problem of no walkthrough exhibit. So let's get delete that. That's an extra 9,000. What a problem. So what should I do instead? How much is it going to be for just your regular 3-8. So if we can maybe afford 3. Okay. 3 of these. Then at least that's something. And then it's our information board, which we definitely need. So then what can we get for exhibit trading? So we can probably get the breeding pair here of Brazilian pink tarantulas. And then how much money we got? 133. Facilities, donation boxes. There. So accessible staff rooms. Everything should be accessible. Have I got everything in the right work zone? Okay, let's see what happens. I am loving my hack on capturing all the animals. That was genius. Like an accident, but genius. Animal is not in its ideal humidity range. Oh, shoot. Felicia, I'm sorry, Felicia. So what do we got? 23, 29. And 50 to 84. There we go. And we're going to do lowest first, and manage population. There we go. So as we can, we'll try and get some more exhibit animals as we go. So mechanic cannot reach habitat due to possibly work zone setup. Should be okay for work zone setup. Yeah. Work zone's all set up. Why is it telling me it's not? Can't find. Okay. Let's just say that they can reach that. I hacked capturing animals. Ha ha ha. Brilliant. I love that for me. So capture all escaped animals for 3 months. So far so good on that. Have no protesters. We're down to 81, so that's been good. And receive a zoo inspection report with an overall star rating of 4. So we've had at least three donation boxes, and we've set up Smudge's habitat. So we've done a pretty decent job, I think, with that. And I accidentally hacked capturing escaped animals, as it turned out. So that was cool. No security guards to deal with crime. Yeah, I know that. It's just the least of my problems right now. I don't think I've got any protesters in the zoo. It's very quiet. Oh, I don't have any rubbish bins. Shoot. Haha. That's a problem. I think I'm going to have to get a loan. I feel like a loan might be the way to go in this case. Oh. Ah. There are no loans. In that case, let's get rid of that exhibit and add that exhibit we're not using, and we'll add in rubbish bins and seating because whoopsie. Bins. And a bin. And through here. Okay. Bin, and we'll have a little bit of seating somewhere. Wow, it's eerily quiet. No security. Okay, I feel like that's going to be a problem. So let's just get in a security guard. Mechanic, idle. Why is he idle? Oh, no. Okay, no work zone. That's why. Whoopsies. So there was a problem. It was me. I'm the problem. Everything is me. The problem is me. Animals. Okay. Everything. And... okay, I think we have everything. I think that's good. So let's have a look. What have we got? No protesters! I did it! And we've almost captured all of the escaped animals for 3 months. That's amazing. I can't believe I managed to do that so quickly and easily just with a little hack. Which I was just like, ooh, wonder. Oh, and so we've got 2,000 left. I want to check in, actually, you know what I want to do? I want to check in on the animals and make sure... where's the cheetah? There we go. That The terrain suits. There we go. So we need a little bit more long grass. And then we're good to go. And environment-wise, we need Africa, Asia, desert, grassland. So we need some African oil palms, acai palm, tropical. Of course, it's the wrong kind of palm. So I feel like that's kind of low down the list of things to worry about. Oh, you know what I should set up, though? I should set up vet research and have Teddy, like, researching the coyote and Levi the cheetah. And then they can do that in between things. Wow, coyotes make weird noises. Okay, coyotes. Let's have a look at you. So terrain-wise, they need less sand and more grass. That's fine. We'll make that happen for them. Bit of soil. Bit of rock. Wow. Is that the coyotes making that screaming noise? That's creepy. Woohoo! We've ticked off. We've captured all the escaped animals. Yes! I'm very, very delighted. Eee! So now we just need to have no protesters for 3 months, which we are working on very nicely. I've got to say, ticking along a treat. Oh, you know, we can afford another exhibit animal, actually. What are we going to get? Snakes are good for breeding because they make a good amount of money. Yellow anaconda. Oh, look at that. I want that albino one. Western diamondback. They always work for me. Male. Female. Okay, let's just check their humidity. So 24 to 30. And 40 to 60. Okay. Some diamondback. And let's get their managed population set up. Yay. Layout. Animals overview. Customize. Window 1 and window 4. And this will be window 3 and window 4. There we go. Beautiful. So they should set to breeding, which is perfect. That's some ongoing money. I'm really, really disappointed that I couldn't do the walkthrough exhibits. I wish I could have, but such is life. So Smudge is pretty happy. I think Smudge has everything Smudge needs except for like a little bit of enrichment, but we're going to do some research so we can get some of that for Smudge. And we've almost got our protesters down. Yay! I wonder where our next visit will be. Our next spotted fine pay. 3,000 in fines. Oh my gosh. I don't know when the next reporter is through. Oh, reporter has arrived at my zoo? I don't think that's now. Yay! We've done it! We've done it! We've captured all the escaped animals. We've set up Smudge's habitat and we have no protesters in the zoo for 3 months. So all we need to do is receive a zoo inspection report of 4.0 stars. And they're leaving right now. So we will probably not quite make that. So we'll probably have to work on that next time around. But that's okay. We'll see. I think it's going to end up being 3.5 stars, not 4. But we need to have some enrichment items to be able to hit 4 stars, I think, because the animals aren't quite, happy. But they're not too bad. Not too bad. I think we're doing all right, considering where we started out with 168 protesters. Can you believe it? I can't even believe that. That was ridiculous. So inspection report, 3 stars. Yeah, as I suspected. So next time around, we are going to try and get our inspection report up to 4 stars. I reckon we can do it. We're in a pretty good position. I feel like we've done a good chunk of the things for the bronze objectives. So only one thing left to go there. And we'll try and add a little bit more to our zoo as we go along. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have had fun. And I will catch you next time around. Bye.